Yeah. They said the badge don't bleed. They lie. It just hides it better. Yeah. Look. It's a blue and you. In the mirror, who you really see is like the bad for the truth. They handed down to me. It's the blood, it's the hope, it's the line you don't cross. It's the weight of a name and the cost of the cost. Yeah. Hey, it's the blue and you. In the choice I gotta make. Do I wear it like my father? Or do I finally break? Hey, courtroom.
Chapter 4. Newtone's Shadows, Stained in Silence. Raymond was not just a partner, but a brother to Thaddeus. They had gone through the academy together, bonded through years of service, but Raymond had always been different. Unlike Thaddeus, who lived by a strict moral code, Raymond had a past rooted in the streets. As a teenager, he learned the rules of survival, hustling to make money. But everything changed when he met Dottie in high school. She was brilliant, determined to become a lawyer, and she saw potential in Raymond beyond his street life. She convinced him to leave behind the fast money, to become a cop, telling him that stability, benefits, and a pension were better than quick cash. Raymond chose to join the police force for her, for their family. As Dottie pursued Harvard Law, Raymond struggled to provide for them. Student loans, mortgage payments, and medical bills piled up, especially with Elijah on the way. He could never completely walk away from the street life he knew. That's when he made his first compromise. One night, Raymond arrested Stephen Masiello, a top figure in the Masiello crime family. Stephen was a talker, a master manipulator who could read people like Braille. He was also a made man. He could sense Raymond's desperation and offered him a way out of living check to check.
You got a kid, right? A wife with fine taste and a hella bills, I'm sure. That ain't cheap, man. I can help you make sure your kids never go without. And your wife always has,
Stephen stated convincingly. Ray replies, I bet you could, as he tightens the cuffs while moving Stephen closer to the squad car.
$10,000 and you let me walk,
Stephen continued.
The money's there in my bag.
$10,000, Raymond replied. He was itching for extra cash at the time. $10,000 could really help us out right now, and just to let this idiot walk, Ray thought. Okay, go free. Leave the money, Ray said.
Okay, pork chop. See you around,
said Stephen. Just like that, Raymond took his first bribe. He knew it was wrong, but he was a gritty SOB. He justified it by telling himself it was just this once, though it really never was. The money solved problems he needed fixed, but it came with a price. Selling his soul was one cost. Raymond became an asset to the Masiellos. His integrity was out the window. Newtone was right back into street shit that he had once left for the house. Deal after deal, he learned to look the other way, letting drug transactions happen unchecked. He warned the Masiello mobsters about wiretaps. He protected their operations and fed them inside information on police surveillance. He helped destroy evidence, making sure cases disappeared before they ever went to trial. The money kept coming, and Raymond kept counting. He couldn't stop. Ray had gotten so deep, he was way in over his head. The Masiellos wanted more, and kept wanting more, year over year.
You're a long way in now, Ray. Time to show real loyalty. Time to join the family,
said Stephen. The Masiellos wanted him to kill an informant. The job was simple. Make it look like the Diaz cartel did it. Raymond agreed. He executed the hit cleanly, staging it to sink the Diaz cartel. This would spark a war between the cartel and the mob. It could have been perfect, but the Diaz cartel, like the mob, had eyes everywhere. One of the cop moles for the Diaz cartel and law enforcement stationed to protect the informant witnessed Thaddeus commit the murder. Michael Dowd was his name. But instead of going to his supervisors on the job, he went back to the bosses of the Diaz cartel crime organization. And instead of going to war with the Masiellos, the crime bosses proposed a deal that would change NYC organized forever.
"We'll kill Raymond. You help us kill his family,"
said a top sicario with the cartel. The Masiellos, without assuming full responsibility for their wrongdoing, agreed. This would make them square and even.
"We'll handle Ray. You take out his son,"
Dominic Masiello, the big boss, asserted. The Diaz cartel had run-ins with Ray far before in the past. Ray once went to the DR to kill a Don's family member. He was back in the States before any missed him. So the Diaz crime bosses wanted revenge, and they would have it. By taking one of the mobster's cop henchmen off the board, it also meant they'd have retaliation for the snake-like setup by the Masiello crime family. And it meant their rivals, the mob, would be one notch weaker without their pork chop, Ray. Pork C. die-hops. That's what the Diaz cartel called dead cops and their family members. It's no secret that Dottie was the first of the Roberts to go. It made the news. She was found stabbed to death in Van Cortlandt Park as a message to Raymond. This was punishment for killing someone he should have arrested. Years later, Elijah was the next to meet the fate of the Roberts. Eli was just a sophomore in college when the Diaz cartel struck. He was gunned down in cold blood, his murder staged to look like random gang violence. A bodega robbery gone wrong. Raymond thought of running with Elijah, but he knew no one escaped the Masiellos. 5 years before he could retire, Raymond too met his fate. The Masiellos set him up, tainting his name as he would soon see his end. They made his murder look like a suicide. A disgraced cop who lost his family and took the coward's way out. But Thaddeus could feel the truth. He knew he had trusted a man who played both sides, a partner who he was a brother to. But that brother was also his betrayer. Now the past was coming back for the Williams, and Charlie was caught in the middle.
It's the blue and you. In the mirror, who you really see is like the bad for the truth. They handed down to me. It's the blood, it's the hope, it's the line you don't cross. It's the weight of a name and the cost of the cost. Yeah. Hey, it's the blue and you. In the choice I gotta make. And you. Do I wear it like my father? Or do I finally break? Yeah, a courtroom echo in my chest, wood bases creak. Every word they never said, Vala gotta speak. Paperwork scenes buried under ink and dates. Truth chained up our lives, walk free through the gates. He told me, son, I did what I had to do. But the dose in his eyes said that wasn't true. Good man made bad calls and bad sitcoms and call it survival, what it's really submission. I loved him for the nights he came back alive. I hated him for the things he let slide. Legacy heavier than any gun. Hard to outrun the shadow of the one you're from. Investors is blind, why she flinch at the sound? Why the sirens scream louder in certain towns? I don't hate the badge, that ain't the fight. I hate what we excuse when it hides in the light. It's the blue in you. The mirror, who you really see. Is it the bad or the truth? They hand it down to me. It's the blood, it's the hope, it's the line you don't cross. It's the weight of the name and the cost for the cost. Yeah. Every generation gotta answer the call. Stand up straight, don't repeat the fall. I ain't my father's sins, but I carry his face. I ain't his mistakes, but I feel his weight. I stood in his grave with my hands in my coat. Bags folded neat with the words he wrote. Be better than me. If you be the chance, wake disciples, son. Don't call it romance. So I walk these streets with my eyes wide open, knowing silence is violence when truth is stoken. If the system crack, come on, vote, let it crack me. I wear my heart louder than the badge ever had me. It's a blue and you. I don't gotta end the same. You can modern day, but I'll carry in the shame. It's the blood, it's the hope that the future's mine too. I'll set corruption I saw was true. Yeah, it's the blue. raised one day. We won't inherit the silence. You'll inherit a better way. The badge don't define me. The choice does. Say the black. Low lights off.